Oh yes, welcome to what's going to be a rollercoaster show. Two of our favourite Saturday kitchen chefs, Anna Hoare and Gennaro Contaldo, along for the ride, and Ollie Smith's here, bringing the drinks. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
All right, I haven't seen you for a while. How you been, kid?
I've been thriving, thank you, Matt. Yeah, I've been crashing it down the gym, trying to keep fit, keeping the sun rising in my heart.
Ollie's got a personal trainer.
What?
Wow.
Is it you, Matt?
Right. That's how much he earns. Our special guest today has provided the soundtrack and inspiration for kitchen discos across the nation during lockdown, including mine and Ollie's. Please welcome singing superstar Sophie Ellis-Bextor. And they really were. We're going to talk much more about those later, because they really were fantastic.
Oh, thank
Absolute gift.
I've already been dancing in this kitchen.
Gift to the nation. I know, I told you to stop.
I know,
No,
it's Pavlovian. You
No,
say kitchen, I say disco.
Now I feel mean. But listen, also during the whole lockdown period, you've now written a book.
Yeah.
As well as looking after 5 kids, homeschooling.
Yeah.
Where'd you find the time?
We got into a little rhythm of it, yeah.
Right.
But, yeah,
Are you quite disciplined?
No, but having a deadline for the book really sharpened my senses. I think
Yeah.
this is the first time I've ever handed my homework in on time.
Right. Are you quite good with deadlines?
I need a deadline, yes, otherwise I'll just wait.
I would do nothing until the last
Yeah,
minute.
I'm a night before it's due in kind of girl.
It's a great book. It's paid off, though. It's a really good read.
Oh, thank you.
Really, really enjoyed reading it. We'll talk more about that later. Let's talk about Food Heaven, Food
Oh,
Hell.
yes, please.
What's your idea of Food Heaven?
Food heaven, lots of things in truth. I love lots of food, but I went for fish and sort of Southeast Asian flavours because I'm really into that at the moment.
OK, and Hell?
A hell, it's actually quite tricky for me with a hell because I eat everything.
Yeah.
But I'm not that fond of shiitake mushrooms.
Right.
And risotto is never something I'll order, so...
OK,
Yeah.
OK. So if the viewers give you heaven, I'm going to make a Malaysian fish curry. So I'm going to make a warming curry base with some spices, onions, coconut milk and tamarind, before including some Thai aubergines, okra, sea bream, some tuna, some snapper. I'm going to serve that with some steamed rice. It's delicious.
That looks really good.
It's really delicious. If your viewers give you hell, however, there'll be a murder on the studio floor. So thank you, Tom.
Oh, wow.
Good to have you back. I'm going to make a risotto packed full of wild mushrooms, make ultra-rich with a little bit of mascarpone. I'm not sure Gennaro's going to agree with me on that, but it's good.
That's
Parmesan,
right.
some butter, topped with some crispy fried shiitake mushrooms and sage. I forgot there was an Italian on the show when I was making. As ever, you're going to have to wait to the end of the show to find out which one the viewers vote for. So, obviously, to vote for Sophie's Heaven or Hell, go and log into the Saturday Kitchen website where you can view the terms and privacy notices. Right, let's find out what else is on the show. Anna, what have you got for us?
I'm going to do a crispy potato waffle with black garlic puree, some roasted root vegetables, and then some coulis cheese.
Very nice, very nice. Waffles, interesting.
Yeah, well, to be honest, it's like a fancy
Is that because you're
potato
young
cake.
and cool?
Because I am cool and
Yeah.
fancy.
Yeah, OK. All right, look forward to that. Gennaro, are you going to stick to script? Are you going to just...
No.
What are you going to do?
I will make a fantastic mezzaluna, half-moon ravioli filled with ricotta, parmesan, zest of lemon, a squeeze of lemon, and toss them inside the mint and butter. Again, a little bit of lemon, serve it on a plate. Hallelujah!
He's quite infectious, isn't he?
Oh, it's lovely. Yeah, and it looks really delicious.
He's quite infectious.
You will love it, Sophie.
I know.
How do you get on this week, Ollie?
Oh, I love these dishes, and I've got some bright white wines. I mean, if you could bottle liquid song, that's kind of what they taste like. We've got human sunbeams in the studio, 3 dazzlers on the wine list.
Speaking of sunbeams, if I cough, I've got a little cold. I've done lots of tests, so apologies for that, but I don't have the plague, in case anyone's worried. OK? Right, Anna,
Right.
you're cooking. Cook us something.
Yes, so the first thing I'm going to get on is the potato waffle. And then, as I mentioned to you, this is essentially like a fancy potato cake.
OK.
So, yeah, it's just kind of semi-cooked potato, mashed potato, a little bit of corn flour. So if you're gluten-free, this is the little dish for you.
OK.
Some duck fat.
So duck fat. What?
Now, you don't have to use duck fat. I just have a lot of duck fat in the kitchen because we get in whole Irish ducks from Ireland, and to kind of not waste, we kind of add it in, so it goes actually with it.
Well, I love duck fat. I really love it. I love to cook them inside as well. In a way, we're not allowed anymore, so that's what I say, but I still cook my lovely dishes with the duck fat.
Is it
Who
used much
tells
in
you
Italy?
you're not allowed to use duck
sorry?
fat anymore?
Is it used much in Italy?
Yes, we use all fat, special pork fat.
I know the pork fat, but the
Oh
duck
my
fat.
God. Oh yes, when you do the duck special in Reggio Emilia regions, ducks everywhere. Quack, 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 quack. Get the ducks out, get the pets out, and use for most everything.
Excellent. And yeah, who told you can't use ducks?
Yeah, who told you?
Well, I
Anna's
always...
quite upset about this.
I is always have the feeling, oh, you cook with fats, oh, you cook with that, and that nobody said you can't cook, but they always they reject it a little bit.
Okay.
Listen, honestly, everything is in moderation. You know, you can't.
Which is fantastic.
You can't be drinking duck fat and pouring it on your cornflakes, but you know, a little spoonful now and again is no harm.
Okay, so let's talk about these. So these are quite dry.
Yeah, they're quite dry. If you have super fluffy potatoes, I'd say put a little splash of water in them. But like you could easily just pan fry them like that, like a little potato cake. But I'm doing.
Okay, so that's important. So I mean, you know, I don't have one of these at home. There's not many people going to have a waffle machine at home.
Well, you know, a lot of toasty machines have like a little attachment that you can swap out, and it's a waffle. That's actually what I use in the restaurant.
It was a lockdown purchase.
Was it?
Toasted sandwich maker.
He loves those lockdown purchases.
Yeah, that was a good one. We've used it loads.
My luck, this way you're doing is really, really good. I almost went eating the like that without the cooking.
that wouldn't make good TV though, would it?
No.
I think it would actually.
Well, watching Gennaro eat potato mix.
No. Well, you can have a mashed potato. Why not?
It looks almost kind of gnocchi consistency.
Do you know what? You're not a million miles away from it, except it's got corn flour in it. It doesn't have pasta flour in it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not a million miles away from a kind. But actually, no, it's not. It is because it's got like half-cooked lumpy potato in it.
Yeah.
It isn't like gnocchi at all.
Okay,
Incorrect.
brilliant.
What sort of
I'm glad we rehearsed that one.
Then.
Sorry, Ollie.
We can boil it.
I was just
I
asking
think we
what
can
sort
do
of
it.
potatoes that they're using. Is there any particular type that works best?
Potato-wise.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear you fully. Yeah, well, we use Morris Pipers, but what you want is a nice fluffy potato.
Piper.
Yeah, Morris Piper, we get a nice... Morris Piper.
Who is it?
This is, honestly, you remind...
Who is it, Morris? Is somebody that I know?
He's a potato,
Morris Piper.
He's a potato farmer.
Morris Mine, Morris Piper.
Okay, so this is... you're topping this with a load of vegetables.
Root vegetables, you know, and I mean, this is the time of year where you get loads of deliciousness. They've got natural sweetness in them. The colder, the wetter, the better the vegetables. So a little bit of frost always does a root vegetable some favours.
Okay.
So just a little bit of oil in the pan to start. Some diced butternut squash, some diced celeriac. I'm slicing some beautiful Jerusalem artichokes, which is definitely one of my favourite vegetables. Knob of garlic, bit of butter. Before you know it, you've got the most delicious kind of melody of kind of flavours.
Since you were last on, you've had a tiny wee baby.
The most gorgeous tiny baby ever.
Is it the best baby in the world?
Oh, he's really...
Should we have a look? Should we judge? Oh, teeny tiny, really
Honestly,
big feet.
That's the best dish I've ever created. He is the apple of my eye, and he is actually a very good baby.
And his name is Osh.
His name is Oisin.
Oisin.
You can call him Osh.
Can I?
Yeah, so it's...
See, I have a friend who runs a pub called Osh, and now I'm
really?
associating him. Well, you know him as well.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah.
And now I'm associating your baby with that reprobate.
Well, he is Irish. I miss his three-piece suit he used to always wear. But yeah, he's the apple of my eye, and he's a very good baby.
Aww.
How old is he now?
8 weeks.
Oh, wow.
8.5 weeks.
Still tiny.
And he's already made a TV appearance.
That's it, I know.
Pushy mama.
He's so good. And then the minute the camera went on, he was like, wah, wah. He was crying. I was like, oh. But he's very good. So in here, I'm going to put a little splash of Sauternes wine. So that's a beautiful kind of complex white wine. Now, if you don't have Sauternes, you could use a normal white wine and just put a little squeeze of honey in there or a little sprinkle of sugar. But this really brings out the flavour of the root vegetables.
I mean, Sauternes sounds quite decadent. Ollie, it's you can get some reasonable ones, right?
Yeah, you can. Supermarkets have some pretty good value options. Botrytis Semillon would be a less expensive version if you want to look out for that. $5.99 for half bottle. Delicious stuff.
Yeah, and it's something that if you have it in the house to use up, but like I said, if you don't, you have a normal glass of white wine, a little squeeze of honey and it'll do the job. Okay.
I always believe that then the wine you cook, that is the one you have to drink.
Yes.
There is no such a thing. Cooking wine, what is it, cooking wine? I still don't understand. I still haven't
spot on, Gennaro, you know. You're spot on, and I think if people are thinking, oh, I might use the corked wine or wine that's maybe gone a bit over to cook with, please don't do that. You're absolutely right. It's going to make the dish taste better if the wine is good.
Yeah.
And so I mean, you've got a lot of mouths to feed.
Yeah.
Saying, but you don't run a canteen.
Yeah.
So you just do one thing and they all eat it.
We have to be like that, really. And it's funny because now that there's so many people around the table, the mark of a good meal is if the majority of kids eat it happily.
Majority.
Yeah, the majority. And most of them are quite up for stuff, but some of them go through little patches of being a little bit more particular. But actually, I think overall they're pretty good. They eat quite a sort of diverse range of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, some more than others.
Janara, what are you doing down the end there?
Sorry?
What are you doing down there?
Well, I'm fried the waffles, snubbly and crispy. That'll give it a lovely crispness.
So you double cook these, Anna?
You don't have to double cook them, but
Okay.
since I'm trying to impress Sophie, you know.
Right.
I want her to
What about
enjoy
impressing
it.
me? What happened to those?
And then also in the restaurant.
Those days are gone, are they?
Matt, who? In the restaurant, we also do it, so it's kind of a closer kind of
But if you were to do this at home and you didn't have this, you did it in the pan, you'd get the crispiness.
Straight from the waffle machine, straight... to be honest, potato cake in the pan is nearly the same as the two.
Okay.
So I would advise people, if they don't have that tree, you're grand, do it in the pan.
Not going to get you a waffle.
So I popped some celeriac in there while you were jibber-jabbing over there. And this is going to go as the base for our black garlic
Presenting,
puree.
I think you mean. While you were presenting, this happened.
Jibber-jabbing. So this is beautiful black garlic. And the better the garlic farm, the better quality the garlic, really.
Where's this from?
This is from Ireland. It's a really special farm in Ireland that I get smoked garlic from them, I get black garlic from them, I get the garlic snapes from them. All of the seasons that come, they've got really good stuff.
Okay. Now tell us about this this cheese or this toasty
so it's...
that you've made for the Wigmore.
Oh, yes! So it's for a charity called CAM, and a couple of chefs are trying to compete with the toasty that you find in Wigmore. And I decided to do black garlic and the coulis cheese as well.
Okay.
Because both of the flavours are so delicious.
Okay, however, you're up against Andy Wong and Cyrus Todiwala.
Yeah, no problem.
I mean, I haven't tried any of those, right? But
you're saying that like as if there's a
who's
competition. It's mine. It's so delicious. Michel Roux said himself, Michel Roux Jr. said himself that he thought it was delicious.
Did he?
Yeah, he did, yeah. Nice. And that I'll probably win. That's what he said.
But it's not a competition.
It's not a competition. I think he said that this is the best toasty I've ever tasted.
Did he say those were his words?
And he might have also said that he thinks I'm the greatest chef he's ever had in his life. I mean, I'm paraphrasing.
You can just pick that up by actions, can you?
Yes.
By the face.
He meant it in his, you know, demeanour.
Right, talking of cheese, talk us through this one, this coulis.
It's really delicious. It's like a kind of aged kind of Gouda feel. It's a cow's cheese, and it's been aged for about 6 to 12 months, and it is...
Where's it from?
Really delicious. West Cork. I've told you that already, Matt.
Did you?
Open those big ears.
I was busy presenting. I'm also a bit bunged up, to be honest.
Oh, Matt.
Oh, we've got some to try, actually. This is my little snack on it.
Yeah, it's really lovely. But like West Cork, I mean, Cork in general is a beautiful...
There's a lot of fun, Cork.
There's a lot of fun in Cork, and also a lot of delicious food in Cork.
Also a lot of fun.
Yeah.
This is lovely.
Yeah, it's really lovely.
It's really nice. And like I said, I think that's a 6-month-old. They go up to 12 months, and it's just got so much complex flavour. It's nutty, it's delicious.
It's really nice.
Yeah, so I said it's like an aged Gouda, but it's kind of similar to even Comté sometimes when it gets really nutty.
I thought of Comté.
Yeah.
So tell us about this Irish celebration you're doing.
Oh, yes! Honestly, Matt, you just remind...
Flame it.
That's it.
That's why I'm here, Anna.
For you, Gino, huh?
Thank you.
Yes, so we're doing a kind of sound of Ireland.
This comment. That's all right.
Whoa, we can't let that go.
It's because you look so young. I'm so sorry.
No, you're sorry.
Matt, stop enjoying...
Matt's getting jealous.
Yeah, Matt, stop enjoing that so much.
It's got my shirt on, you know that.
Yes, that's right. They do share a wardrobe.
So tell us about the Irish celebration.
Yes, so on the 28th of October, it's when we're first launching it.
Okay.
So we're going to have Irish music, Irish poetry for you to experience while you're having a taste of Ireland. So it's like a mini tasting menu. It's a lunchtime delight to kind of delve into the arts and culture of Ireland. At the moment, yeah. So we're launching it on the 28th of October.
Okay, and there's also one on the 6th of December. Is that an evening?
Right. Well, 6th of December is the anniversary of our kind of republic. That's when we became the Republic of Ireland.
Sure.
So during that time, it was a real magical era in Ireland where we created incredible kind of arts and poetry and prose.
Yeah.
Really
it sounds
good.
amazing. I mean, if you wanted a certain sort of showbiz pizzazz, would you like Ollie and I to come along?
No riffraff. No riffraff.
You're free. 6th of December.
I'm free. Let's
Chelsea.
do it.
Yeah? Put it in the diary.
Done.
Like that. You'll love us being there.
We all come, we all come, yes.
You're all welcome, especially you, Gennaro.
What about Sophie and the 5 kids and husband?
I'm so sorry. If it's any consolation, I get called Rachel a lot. I do, because of Rachel Allen, which I take. I'm like, yes, I'm Rachel.
It's a compliment.
Yeah, got it.
Mind you, I think Gino's a compliment to me, yeah.
It's a compliment, this nice, good boy.
He could be your grandson.
Did you like my shirt?
Next
Next time I keep it.
You've done that one. Right, where are we at?
We are at now. This is our beautiful black garlic puree.
Okay, and that
So
was...
it's a really complex flavour. It's got loads going on, loads of umami notes off it as well. It's really delicious.
Okay, so that was celeriac in there.
Yeah, celeriac.
The black garlic.
Oh yeah, you call it. How do you pronounce it?
Celeriac.
That's incorrect. It's celeriac. Jerusalem artichoke and butternut squash.
Okay, and a bit of cream.
And a little bit of butter, a little sliced garlic. Oh, sorry.
Garlic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there is a little bit of cream in there.
My God, the smell.
Yeah.
I can smell it from here.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, the need for speed. I used a nice big spoon, you'll notice.
Yeah, have we got something
yeah.
smaller, please, Rana?
Yeah. And then I made sure there was a large
Tiny
plate in between me plating this up so my luscious long arms would be highlighted. Honestly, I'm like a T-Rex. I don't have long arms. Okay, we're nearly done, guys.
Got the raw. You might not have the...
I'm a teddy bear. I don't know what you... Now,
I
here's
wouldn't want to work for you.
Yeah. Honestly, you'd be hired. If this shortage we have with staff,
Well,
I'd
you'd
even take a low-quality person like you. Okay, I'm nearly done. I promise. Okay, there we go.
Beautiful.
Yes.
What's it called?
It's a crispy potato waffle with black garlic puree and Kool-Aid cheese.
Amazing.
Yay.
Amazing. Step away. Very nice. I think that was almost a time as well, Anna.
That looks amazing. Thank you.
Right. Ollie, what do we got?
It's kind of a dream dish for wine, this, Matt, because you've got the crunchy waffle on the outside, fluffy, umami flavours, root veg, bit of cheese in there. I've gone for Stellenrust Chenin Blanc, which is smashing it out of the park at the awards at the moment. It's been getting silver medals, it's been getting all sorts. It's one of those wines that has lots of richness to it. And the reason for that, it comes from Stellenbosch in South Africa, nice and sunny, Mediterranean climate, sort of like the foothills of Switzerland to look at. But the way they make the wine is they use old vines for greater concentration, a little bit of barrel fermentation, some natural yeast for complexity, and some skin contact, which for a white wine is quite unusual. That cranks up the texture, and you've got this wonderful flavour as well. It's sort of mellow, like a pineapple in a velvet catsuit. I love it.
Oh, that goes so well with the black garlic. That's really
Yes,
delicious.
the umami, it really picks up on the oak.
This is so
You
delicious.
don't need cutlery, no?
No.
OK, that's fine. I'm just asking. It's a great combination. Really, really nice. This wine, I've tried it earlier. It's just...
Yeah, that's lovely.
Delicious.
This is so good.
Isn't it nice?
Really, really delicious.
I mean, when I
Very
saw
happy.
just vegetables piled on a waffle, I was thinking,
Well, originally it was mushrooms, and I heard that Sophie wasn't keen, so I was like, bye-bye mushrooms. Hello, autumn.
Yeah, no, it's
I would definitely
absolutely
have still
delicious.
eaten that, but this is really, really good.
Really, really good. Really good. And the wine. Oh, my goodness me.
Don't watch him on that.
Excellent combination, Ollie. Well done.
Remind us what you're doing in just a bit.
Mezzaluna ravioli will filled with the ricotta, lemon, parmigiana toasted inside a pan with a lovely mint and butter.
Nice, OK.
And squeeze over lemon.
Put your glass down then, otherwise it won't happen. Don't forget, keep sending in your foodie photos or any questions to us at saturday.kitchen@cactustv.co.uk or join in the chat on social media using the hashtag SaturdayKitchen. And will Sophie face her food heaven, Malaysian fish curry with steamed rice, or her food hell, wild mushroom risotto with crispy shiitake mushrooms? Go and log on to the website now and have your say.
Jeopardy.
Right, let's catch up with Rick now. He's in Spain and he's rustling up brunch in his camper van, taking advantage of the views. Take a look. So, thanks for that, Rick. Over the last couple of weeks, we've been shining a light on some of the great produce we've got here in the UK this time of year. So, continuing with that theme, this recipe uses one of my favourite types of game, partridge, as well as something that I think is much underused and probably underrated, it's chestnuts. Chestnuts are usually see on Oxford Street, and that's pretty much it.
I don't like chestnuts.
Great.
I love
Chestnuts. Awesome. Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
Skills of Anna Haw.
Brilliant.
It's chestnut season now.
Yeah.
You can collect those chestnuts, come down as meat.
I saw you on social media, actually, this week, showing us how to prep them.
And that to peel.
It's quite laborious, prepping them. I think these are brilliant because they're vac-packed.
Yeah, they're very good. Actually, they're very, very good.
These are really good.
Yeah.
There's a certain amount of sweetness to them, which I love. Right, so I'm going to put this with partridge. So I'm going to do... I haven't told you what I'm doing. I can tell you now. So I'm going to do a chestnut soup, which is delicious. Got a bit of pancetta in there. Finished it up with some parmesan. And I've got a partridge here. Like I said, it's one of my favourite game birds. I've got a little bit of colour. Let's continue with this, actually, while I'm talking. And then I've got some butter going on there, because there's no fat on a partridge, so you need to look after it. And a little bit of bacon, just to cover the breasts, basically, so they don't dry out. So it's got the colour. It's not going to take long. It's going to take about sort of 12 to 15 minutes in the oven. You want it nice and pink. You don't want to overcook it because it'll go really, really dry. And that's when people, I think, don't like game, when it just goes dry and horrible. But also, you don't want to undercook it either. This is something you serve, I guess.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of game, and I love that you're putting butter on the outside, because game is it's such a healthy meat. Get the butter on it.
It is indeed.
It's so lean. That's why you can actually add some of this delicious flavour, like is it sliced pancetta or rashers? Yeah.
Yeah.
So lovely pancetta and butter goes so well with it, because it is a lean meat. So you're allowed make it a little bit more.
It is a celebration of the bird as well. This is so important. Very healthy birds as well. And the flavour is amazing. Also, the way Matt is doing with that chestnuts, which I don't like chestnuts, never mind. So
we'll see.
Right.
Well, I'm sure it's good.
So bay leaf thyme, garlic inside the cavity. Baste the bird in the butter, a bit more chop time. Give that to Anna. She will then put it in the oven for about sort of 12 to 15 minutes. OK, let's get on with the soup. So a white mirepoix. I've got some leek, some celery and some onion here. So we get those in, start sweating those down, again with a slab of pancetta, decent amount of olive oil, and then in with the chestnuts. I've got parmesan rind going in there, and then we'll talk about that in just a bit, because we need to talk to Sophie about spinning plates.
I love the way you said that, use parmesan rind.
Yeah,
that is good. That is so good.
Thank you.
Don't waste.
Thank you.
Never, no waste.
They're brilliant, and then you can eat them.
Yes.
Right, so Sophie, tell us about spinning plates. This is it wasn't going to be an autobiography, was it?
No.
But then it just kind of poured out of you.
It did, actually, yeah. So last year I started a podcast of the same name, which was ostensibly talking to working women who happen to be mothers about all themes to do with that, really. I've had some amazing conversations, some lovely guests. So I was approached by Hodder about writing a series of essays, I suppose, about the themes that came out of those conversations.
Yeah.
And so I sat down to write, and then I thought, oh, I think I know what I'm doing here. I think I'm writing an autobiography. So I said to them, is that OK? And then I just went with it, really, and I really loved it. I mean, it's a real privilege to be asked to write a book, to be honest. I think it's an amazing opportunity.
And it's brilliantly self-deprecating. As well. And some of the words, anywho, there's a lot of anywho.
I know, that's something I do say.
In there. But it's great, because it gives it a voice.
And it feels so honest. Like, I'm really loving it. I'm like in the middle of it now.
Oh.
And it
So I tell you what happened.
It starts
so
with a happy
honest.
ending.
You know, you can
Thank
really
you.
hear your voice through the words. It's lovely.
Well, it's lovely, because we were just having a chat just now about it, and I think that was the whole point of me starting it in such a conversational way, as I wanted to continue the conversation. You know, these are things I speak about a lot with my friends and my family, so it's nice to be able to, keep chatting.
And it covers all aspects of your life, from the highs to the very low. Some of the kind of more sort of humorous elements I love, like the fact that you were in primary school and you were selling Blue Peter badges. For those people, and I'm sure most of you will know, the Sophie's mum was Janet Ellis-Bextor. Janet Ellis, sorry.
Right.
And she was. I grew up watching Blue Peter, and you also mentioned in the book that one of the main reasons that people come up to you and talk to you is because, you know, guys who used to watch
Yeah.
doing Blue Peter.
Well, yeah, because it went on when I was between the ages of 4 and 8, so everybody I met that was the same age as me was, you know, mostly watching my mum as well. And I like the way you said people came up to me. That is not really true. If I'm honest, I would go over to people. Hi, my name's Sophie, and my mum's on Blue Peter.
It's a great opener.
And sometimes I experimented with that, like if we were at the supermarket, and I'd be saying, do you want some baked beans, Janet Ellis? A little ripple of excitement. And yeah, I'm ashamed to admit that, yeah, I did attempt to create a business out of selling the Blue Peter badges.
But I love that, because the only way those badges were going to leave that studio was because your mother was complicit.
Yeah, I know. Well, you think that, but actually, she presented it twice a week and always had to have a badge on. So sometimes they'd come home on, like, what top...
Oh, really?
So I just noticed, you know, a little pile developing.
Take that away.
And then, so it's 50p for the badge, or £1 if you wanted my mum's autograph. And I'd be going up to her and going, Mum, can you sign this and sign that? She'd go, what are these for? I was like, well, it's £1.
Don't ask. Don't ask questions.
She was a bit...
And tell me, do you think your sons will be also doing the same trick in the supermarket that you did?
I don't think it'll work, because I had my target market around me in the playground. Although I say that, but it actually was a flawed business plan, because no kid brings loose change to primary school. So I just never actually made any cold hard cash.
I love in the book, there was something right at the end, you say never, and it's a great piece of advice, never be the most talented person in the room.
Yeah.
And I'd love that, because then you're automatically a bit more relaxed about life, I guess.
Well,
but you're also feeding off their talent.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it makes you really appreciate the fact I've got so many amazing people I know, and they're amazing creatives. And I mean, look now, I'm surrounded by 3 people who can cook me like delicious food. Like, this bit of advice has worked out very well for me. I'm eating very well today. And I'm always still open to learning as well. You know, there's loads of stuff I don't know about. So.
And also the other one was the realism of having kids, which we'll talk about the kitchen discos now, because that really comes to its fore. But there was a little section in the book where you say you spent a long time dressing up one of your kids, went to the effort of putting a bit of cling film on the head, give him a bald head.
Yeah, so this was Ray. He's now 9, but when he was about 5, he went through this, very strong period of wanting to dress up all the time, and I had to do real attention to detail. So he wanted to be this bald character.
Yeah.
I didn't have a bald cap, so I slicked down his hair with conditioner, covered that with cling film, covered that with masking tape that I then coloured the same colour as, like, his skin.
I mean, lots of effort.
Very good.
Yeah, it took me quite a while, and then I showed him his reflection at the end, and a single tear rolled down his cheek, and he just looked at me and went, "You always disappoint me."
You wait for it. It's going to happen to you.
He is a lovely boy. If you're watching, Ray, don't worry. I know we have good times too, but that really made me laugh.
OK, so let's, before we get on to the kitchen disco, let's just recap this. So the partridge is out resting 12 to 15 minutes, like I said. So the soup, sweat down the base, nice and slow, in with the pancetta, bring those oils and those fats out. In with about a tablespoon of tomato puree, in with the chestnuts, and then I've got some thyme, some garlic and a bay leaf, and then cover in chicken stock. Let that simmer, give it a blitz. It's really thick. You'll need some more stock or some more water at the end, because it does go super thick. It's one of those you could eat with a fork, quite frankly, but it is delicious. And that's it, and then I'm going to slice up the partridge, put that on top, bit of parmesan, bit of olive oil. So let's talk about kitchen discos.
OK.
I mean, what a joy. I mean, brilliantly normal. Really uplifting, exactly what everyone wanted at the time. And at the heart of it, you could tell there was this disco mama who just desperately wanted to get out, basically, and have a lovely time. Yeah,
I think it was a way of channeling the stress, really, because I felt, and like everybody, you know, that especially when we first went into lockdown, it was just this sort of hum of anxiety and adrenaline and stress from the heaviness of the news. So. Instinctively in our family, we turned to music as a way to lift our spirits anyway. Yeah. But I think during the lockdowns, particularly, the discos became not just escapism, but also a catharsis. I was sort of channeling all that stress. So I'd be singing a song and then also having a little rant. The kids would be trying to climb the walls, like, literally. It was quite an intense, bonkers period. It was nice to have a bit of daftness around.
But it didn't try to be slick, did it?
That wasn't even an option. Yeah. You've got to work with what you've got.
Because you could have thought the obvious thing to think is that I'm going to put the kids in another room and we'll lock them out and blah blah blah. But the whole charm and the whole enjoyment of it come from the fact that there was one kid chewing a cable on the floor. There was one having a strop on the sofa.
Oh, yeah.
One would turn up in a mask.
I know.
Weird
and most
animal
frustrating, a lot of them looking very bored as well.
Yeah, yeah, but they'd obviously seen it 100 times before.
Just for health and safety, there was no actual chewing on a cable.
No, there wasn't.
Just want to put that out there.
You were in mid-song, and you just pulled the microphone aside and said, can you get him off the cable?
Oh, yeah, no, there's all of that. I mean, it was very perilous, and every week I'd be really nervous and thinking, you know, this might go really wrong, and they'd be like, if it happens, you just stop. I mean, it's not like I have to do this gig. And it was mainly just finding a community of people online, doing something a bit silly, giving us half an hour to just do something, jump around, get the stress out. I don't even know what the kids thought of a lot of it. I never made them come, even. I'd say, oh, I'm going to do a disco this Friday, do you fancy it? Sometimes they'd say no and then turn up like 10 minutes before in full outfit. Most often my 12-year-old would be like, actually, no, I'm not going to come, but can you make me a cup of tea when you're finished? You know? Very, very chilled. Yeah.
I mean, one of them was on his phone or something. While and it was clearly like a very normal house where Mum clearly gets up and does this a lot anyway.
That's true.
Not during lockdown.
That is. I mean, nothing. Even our playroom, my kitchen looks like that. We didn't put anything in. So the laser machine, the disco ball, the smoke machine, the turntables, they were all in there already. So all we had to do was just go live. But it was an extraordinary thing, and I never cry in my day job, really, but I did cry a lot during the discos because I was so moved by all those people coming over, and it was almost like I could see them. And sometimes we'd be putting the kitchen back to normal afterwards, and it would be like, oh, there's not that much mess considering how many people came over. It's very weird what it does to your head, but a really good tonic, actually. So
look, let's have a word about this partridge.
Yes.
Now, a lot of people will be a little bit kind of squeamish about the pinkness. If we look at this, can you see this here? Don't be. This is perfect. You want it nice and soft. You can eat it pink. If it's any more sort of cooked than that, it's going to go really, really dry. So you really want to take it to that point. I mean, obviously, you know, if you don't eat your meat rare, then take it on, but you're going to get the full flavour out of it if it's taken to that point. Right, sorry, Hannah, let me grab one of these. So slug of olive oil, bit of Parmesan. And that's it. And it's a real kind of...
wow.
It's a real filling.
Thank you, that looks beautiful.
Try some of that. Would you like some?
Why not? I mean...
Yeah. I mean, you hate chestnuts, obviously.
Yeah.
So let's put that. Bit of partridge.
Well, I love partridge, so...
OK, I'll give you some of that. There you go.
Oh, wow, that's delicious.
How is it?
You don't have to lie, Sophie.
So autumnal.
It is. It's the right season now to eat.
Here you are, dear.
Thank you, sir.
There you go. How is it?
Fantastic.
Really
If there is something better in the world at this moment, I don't want It's really good, man.
Bless you.
Know, if my school work on you, you know, so
Learn everything.
you know not to cook.
Oh, Matt.
Nothing. What will I be making, Sophie, at the end of the show? Will it be a food heaven, fish curry? If so, I'm going to make a warming curry base with spices and onions, coconut milk and tamarind, before adding Thai aubergines, okra, sea bream, some tuna, some snapper, and I'm going to serve that with some steamed rice. Or will it be a food hell mushrooms? So I'm going to make a rich and creamy risotto. I'm going to pack full of wild mushrooms, add some mascarpone, some parmesan, some butter. I'm going to top with some crispy fried shiitake mushrooms and some sage. Go right now and have your say. Oh, you all right?
Oh, my God, this is so good.
Good. How's the chestnut?
Surprisingly good.
Surprisingly good.
Well, I mean, I don't like chestnuts, but I love this.
Excellent. Do you want the recipe?
Yes, please.
It's on the BBC website. Time to pack up your bags for France now as we catch up with Keith Floyd in the Dordogne. But before any cooking takes place, it seems his cameraman Clive is trying to win a BAFTA. Have a look. Thanks for that, Keith. Still to come, Sophie's famous kitchen discos have inspired us to play a little game we're calling Saturday Kitchen Disco. And we'll be matching famous songs to food and drink. More about that a bit later on. And will Sophie face her food heaven Malaysian fish curry with steamed rice? It's looking likely at the moment. Or her food hell wild mushroom risotto with crispy shiitake mushrooms. Log on to the website now and have your say. Gennaro, the floor is yours, my friend.
Right, let's do
Entertain
it.
us.
Right,
Make it
you want me
sexy.
to dance? Make it sexy.
Make it
Just
sexy.
a minute. Yes. Right, let's do this simple. This is so simple, this ravioli to do it. So, first of all, you need to make some pasta dough. Here I have 200 grams of 00 flour,
Okay.
means double fine. Then very good, 2 nice eggs. Just look at these eggs, incredible. That's good. Then you mix it with a fork.
Okay.
And then you get them all together. Once you got all this together, you put them everything in a kitchen surface or on a chopping board, and you knead it until this is what you get, like this. Fantastic.
And do you always use a machine, or would you do it by hand?
No, you can do by hands as well. Use a rolling pin. I don't have a rolling pin. What shall I do? Use a bottle of wine. But make sure there's good bottle of wine. You can cook them as well.
Is that my voice?
Yes. Like that. After you fill it up, you take it. Just put them on top. You go lovely, very thin. Look at this beautiful pasta. Gotta sell it. Get a ring, doesn't matter if it's bigger, and just cut it. Look, so easy to cut it. Here, I'm going to cut about 6 of those. So, mezzaluna, so remove everything. That's good, that's good, that's good. So I've done this one thing. Now, in the same time, get a nice ricotta. This is good to ricotta.
This is great ricotta.
Yes.
This is one of my favourites.
I just put them at the lot because I'm going to have it.
This is Westcombe ricotta.
It is very good. British ricotta. Yeah, I do not like it.
There's nothing nicer than a freshly made ricotta, I don't think.
It is indeed.
It's delicious.
This one is delicious, tasty. So, just mash it a little bit. Grate it over Parmigiano, straight inside. Oh, good. Little bit of pinch of salt.
Is this how you cook at home?
It's like that.
No, that's been taken.
I just just a little bit side that. Little pinch of black papers. Nothing is coming out. What is this coming out? That's good. Now we come to the best. Lemon.
Whoa.
Okay.
Mamma mia, questi limoni quanto sono buoni. Now, first of all, let me just finish to prepare it.
Yeah.
Again, little zest of a lemon.
Okay, these are unwaxed, obviously.
They're not waxed.
Unwaxed.
By the way, you want to see the lemons you get here? Look, this is what you buy in the supermarket.
Okay. Let's just look at this. Okay, this is a freak. This one. This is kind of a normal lemon.
Yeah.
Okay, so can we see that? Tom?
Oh wow.
So that's your supermarket lemon. That's your Amalfi lemon. So, I mean, the difference is...
There is, but it's not different just on size, on juice, the flavour, the skin, everything. Well, this is my friend Valentino.
Size of your baby's head.
It's like, it is actually. It's got quite a large head. Thank you. Oh, it's fine, Matt. It's fine. Totally off my Christmas list.
Oh my God.
Gennaro, is the with the lemons? Can I just ask? Is it similar to kind of wine, depending on where the fruit grows? It has a massive impact because Amalfi lemons. Am I right in thinking it concentrates the oils in the skin? Is that right?
It's indeed a very fatty oil in the zest of the lemons. It's incredible. Also, you can eat the skin as well. You can use the leaves as well to cook, grab a fish, meat, to do on charcoal, barbecue, you name it, you do it a lot. And they're so simple. So, you know, we use lemons for everything.
And you love them so much, you've actually dedicated your whole book.
It is indeed.
Limoni.
Limoni,
Let's just have a look at some of the pictures in here. There's Gennaro loving lemons. There he is. Look at him. He really loves those lemons. This isn't. I mean, the photography transports you. You did this during lockdown.
Yeah, I do love that. I had David Lofty came down with me.
That's the Amalfi Coast you want to go to, and nobody's there.
No, it actually was nobody there.
And this is my personal favourite. Here's Gennaro. Intimidating an old man.
No, that is pasticceria, a good friend of mine, Gabriele, which he showed me how to make a candy fruit.
He's a friend of yours. You look quite threatening.
No,
when
look
you
at
say...
next page next. Oh, there is one with a barb. Have you seen the one with a barb inside? You fold it to half moon shape.
Yeah.
You can also do square. They're all called ravioli.
Messaluna is...
Mezzamoon, yes.
Means half moon.
Yeah, half moons. So when the moons come up, halfway to the moon, you start to make the ravioli.
Now, Sophie, I'm assuming with so many mouths to feed, you don't really want to be making your own pasta?
We've done it like once or twice, but no, it's definitely not a normal thing.
Yeah.
No, we've got to have like quite a lot of quick midweek eats, really.
Yeah. Right.
You can do it. You know,
Yeah.
200 grams of a pasta of flour, 4 eggs. You can feed easy 6 people.
I know it's possible.
It's
There's
time,
other ways, yes. But we do love pasta in our house, and we love Italian food, so we eat that quite a lot.
So, Gennaro, where did you get these Amalfi lemon? Where did you get yours from?
Well, mine is my good friend Valentino in Positano. I asked him, I said, look, I need to go in Saturday kitchen. And I can't just give me the lemons, which I find them around, which again is another one. Yeah, take it.
Throwing lemons at me, man.
I can't really do that. I said, all right, I'm going to send you. In 3 days, I arrived, and he sent me a basket full of those. Wow. My goodness me, so good because the zesty is good.
Days.
So what's happened? The Amalfi lemon, they do growing on terrace in Amalfi Coast, where the sea, when the sun every day, all the lemons goes like that, and the breeze of the sea just to make the lovely zesty perfume. The rocks.
We won't be using that one,
this
in case anyone's worried. We're not going to be using that.
We don't. No, we don't be using that. Okay.
Have you been there? Have you been to the Amalfi Coast?
Yes, and just south of the Amalfi Coast, where we used to go when I was a little girl sometimes.
Nice.
Santa Maria di Castellabate.
Oh, Santa Maria di Castellabate, what a beautiful place. There you go, the other side of the Amalfi Coast. A lovely people, a lovely food, lovely lemons, you name it.
Terrible drivers.
Yes.
You're right on everything else. I've got an Italian friend. He said we don't use our brakes in Italy. We use our horn instead.
No, you have to learn how to actually.
You don't go there and drive around, do you? You sit on the beach and...
Well, yeah.
No, you have to travel around. In Amalfi Coast, you have to travel
Yeah, well, you have to
around.
get there, but once you're there, you just stop. That's the point of a holiday. Don't want to go there and get cross about the driving.
pizza when you-
I always fall down that track. And then you come out angry.
No, don't do that.
No,
You don't care how many lovely lemons there are.
I'm going to take you in Amalfi Coast and I'm going to give you a nice shirt.
What's wrong with my shirt?
Nothing wrong with that shirt. Right. Now, they're all done. They come up to boil it.
Right.
You can see, this is hot.
OK, so that was in for what? 2 minutes? 1 minute?
2 minutes.
Okay.
When you cook pasta, you need about 1 liter, for 100 grams of a pasta, you need 1 liter of water and 5 to 7 grams of salt.
Okay.
So, you know, it doesn't mean you're going to have 5 to 7 grams of salt. By the way, I squeezed already lemons inside. I really just put them a little bit. Look at that.
Was it quite hard to write a book with lemons in so many recipes?
Well, we love a lemon. Lemon was so easy. Everything is there. It was. I really enjoyed food. Really was enjoyable to do it.
We had a fantastic Syrian chef on a couple of weeks ago, Imad, and he was talking about when he was. Are you listening to me?
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
No,
You look like you weren't.
No, I'm listening.
Anyway, I'll tell you, Sophie.
Tell me.
So we had this fantastic Syrian chef on. Let's ignore them. And he was talking about his time in Damascus, and they all grow lemon trees. And he said the whole place used to smell of lemons and jasmine.
Yeah.
And you're back in the room. And, and he was saying that they use lemons not just for cooking, but for medicinal reasons, to make the house smell nice.
It is indeed.
Sort of detergents and things like that.
Oh, you can
and
use
that's what
it.
you do as well. Right?
All right, so what do? You know, if you've got your dishwasher, just put a half lemon inside. Then everything will smell of lemons. And it's good. Also, it's very...
Really? Is that a thing? That's quite a good tip.
Yeah, also a very
I like
disinfectant for everything.
I like that.
You can eat if you want. If you wanted, you're going to lemons with you. Always carrying a lemon. Doesn't matter what part of the world you are. You know, you fancy to drink something. You don't have anything. You just crush the lemons, or just in the other way around. These lemons, Amalfi lemons, are so easy. Just put your finger inside. Try that.
You're making it look so easy.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't. I don't think we've got the insurance.
No, there it goes. It's coming off. Do you know what? All the lemons coming like that. This one won't do it. There it goes. Look at that.
Wow.
Beautiful. You can eat
I'm so
everything.
glad that
drink and everything.
happened.
It's really good.
You could give
Not so
yourself some
helpless.
natural blonde highlights, Matt.
They all love it. They love it when I'm here. Little bit of a Parmigiano on top.
I like it here because I don't have to work so hard. Literally wind him up and watch him go.
It's wonderful.
And This is mezzalune. We're filled with ricotta, parmigiana, and lemons, and toasted in a little bit of a butter and mint.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Well done. That looks lovely.
Oh, wow.
Right, there you are.
Okay. Thank you. Thank
Very
you very much.
entertaining to know. Do you want a seat? Ollie, what have we got here?
Well, I just love all of the enthusiasm and the respect for the ingredients that Gennaro has. It's amazing. So with this incredible dish, I have Paolo Leo Fiano del Salento, which is on offer at the moment, $7.99 down from $9.99, which is a complete steal. Comes from Puglia, which is actually a very hot place. Mostly they make red wines there. This is an unusual one. This is a white wine, and it kind of has this aroma, actually, of lemon blossom. And the reason is they harvest at night to preserve freshness. Fiano has a fairly rich texture, but everything they do in the winery is about preserving freshness in this wine. Low yields, keeping everything they pick in small amounts, little 5-kilogram baskets to press it really gently. The investment that's gone into this area in the last 20 years is incredible. So I think prices probably will rise in Puglia, but at the moment you can still pick this up. With the freshness, the exuberance to pick up on that creamy cheese and the mint, it's an absolute stunner. It's like a peach on a sun lounger, Matt, full of glorious golden joy.
Peach on a sun lounge.
Who do
exactly
not...
what it's like.
Who don't love Holly? Holly is incredible.
Holly.
You are incredible, Holly.
Oh,
Salute.
thanks, Gennaro. Like it. Salute.
It's a fantastic match. Do you like this
That's
one?
lovely, Matt.
I love it.
How's that?
Goes well with the mezzaluna ravioli with the ricotta. It's very gentle, very light. And also, I find it's quite long. It stays when you drink it. I drink what? Okay.
It's delicious. It's really
He was going to say something. I want my shirt back anyway later on.
It's a great...
So delicious. Honestly, this is what everybody wants in a ravioli.
See, the mint, I was like, nah, mint, I'm not sure.
No, the mint really works.
You were not sure.
Well, I was wrong.
After all these years,
I was wrong.
You all were trapped. Thank God for that, you're wrong.
Right, let's catch up with Mary Berry as she heads to Heathrow Airport to find out how they create thousands of meals a day incredibly quickly.
There you go.
Thanks, Mary. Right, the website vote is now closed and we're going to find out whether Sophie's facing a food heaven or food hell very soon. Right, so in honour of Sophie's appearance on the show, we wanted to have our very own kitchen disco of sorts, but rather than subject you to us dancing around like fools or total legends, as I'd like to say, we're having a disco-inspired food and drink quiz. We're playing for one of our magnificent homemade trophies like this one.
Wow.
Hang on. Could we win this? Could I win that?
Can we what, fix
Could I win
it?
that trophy?
Can't fix it.
No, but I can win.
Those days are gone.
Can we win that trophy?
You're super competitive, aren't you?
No, not at all.
That's what you're playing for.
Can
Play
I
for the
borrow
trophy.
it? Can
Right.
I borrow it?
No, you can't borrow. Can you just let me finish these words? Right. Anna, Gennaro, Ollie, Sophie, in front of you is a tray of ingredients. Thank you all. You got a curious thing going on your face there, Ollie.
It's my disco line.
Your very own disco ball. I'm going to play along. I'm going to play you a snippet of a song, and all you have to do is to guess which food item on there relates to the song, OK?
Right.
So it's very
Right.
easy, very straightforward. Are you ready? Look at you.
Yes.
Right, so let's set the mood. Cue the music and the lights.
I can boogie,
Yeah!
but I need a certain song.
Did you sung this for Bill Gates, didn't you?
Yeah, I've sung it at lots of things, but yeah, one time I sang for Bill Gates, who
Yeah?
did some very
Did
creative
some interesting
dancing.
pelvic moves.
Yeah.
Love it.
Right, so let's get to the first track. Are you ready?
Yes. Yeah.
Let's listen.
I heard about you before.
Which one of those? Oh, stop!
Oh, no, I'm not-
Which one of those items,
Okay, sorry.
when the track stops,
We don't pick anything up.
Hold up.
We just use our eyes.
This is so easy. Lift your item. Banana.
Honey.
Banana, honey, and what? A refresher. What lyric did ABBA ever say, refresher?
Have I won? Have I won?
I don't think so. Should we have a listen?
I'm winning.
Honey, honey. Exactly. What a lame start.
Well, banana is a kind of a sweet.
A banana.
honey.
Right, OK. Well done, you two. Let's have the second one. Can we listen to it, please? You know, there's no points for dancing, like mum dancing going on over there.
Oh, no.
That's quite a hard one. Hold up your item. What's Ollie doing? He's just pulling a face.
Sweets.
Sweets, OK. Kiwi fruit. Kiwi fruit. Should we hear what it is?
Hey, oh, here she go, either a little too high or a little too low. Got no self-esteem and vertigo, 'cause she thinks she's made a
Sweets.
I was going to lift the
The
strawberry.
chocolate was a red herring.
Kiwis
there,
are
to be
sweet, so
No,
technically
it
I'm
wasn't.
winning.
You're
I'm
wrong.
winning.
You're wrong. Ben, floor manager, you're enjoying that. There's a little bit of a dance going on there. Feel free to join us if you like. Floor's yours.
Just for atmosphere, Ian.
Right, Sophie, you should definitely get the next one. If you don't, it'll be embarrassing. Can we hear it,
no.
please?
Oh, you've all gone straight there.
Oh, wow.
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 Are you just drinking, or do you know?
Oh, are we playing the game still?
Very good.
It's very impressive.
Yeah.
Though.
Right, let's confirm this. Rosé by The Feeling.
Yeah.
Obviously, your husband's
That's
band.
nice.
Ah, very nice. What a nice, gentle track.
my strawberry to-
Right, let's go back to the game. Next one. Can we hear the next one, please? Again, Ben's enjoying this. Any thoughts on this? How are you guys doing at home? You enjoying this? Playing along?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. What your strawberry? Gennaro's just, I don't know what you're doing. He's looking a little bit lost.
He's clever. He's clever. He's copying Sophie.
Ollie's, what are you holding up?
Ketchup. A measly
Ketchup.
amount.
You've got a tea bag.
I don't know what's going on.
You might be competitive deep down.
Two of us.
It's not coming to the fore, is it?
Listen, when I win, you're
gosh.
so sorry.
Okay.
I love this game.
I should have.
Okay, so it was Strawberry Swing, Coldplay. What are you showing things a
Go on,
bit?
Gennaro.
Don't
I
do
just
that.
copied you.
Yeah.
Of course it is. I know it now.
Very good. And that means Sophie's
And I
the
knew it
winner.
then, obviously.
Congratulations, you get our
Oh, really?
coveted trophy to
It was
put
very
along
tight. It was very
with
tight.
all
was, it
the
was.
all the awards. Ollie, you did very well. You did appallingly. You need to sharpen up.
I feel like I kind of came second.
Oh,
I don't know
no,
what you're
No,
talking
you just
about.
look like you're having a day out. Right. Will Sophie be facing a Food Heaven Malaysian fish curry with steamed rice or a Food Hell wild mushroom risotto with crispy shiitake mushrooms? We'll find out after Nigella. Thanks, Nigella. Time to find out whether Sophie's facing a Food Heaven or Food Hell. Could be fish curry, Malaysian kind of, you know, Asian-y ingredients. Could be mushrooms and risotto, particularly shiitake mushrooms. But I love a shiitake mushroom. Where do you think we're going with this? Do you think people like you, or do you think people dislike you?
Oh, no. Is that what this amounts to?
What it comes down to,
I don't want
Sophie.
to know.
It's what it comes down to.
I'll just stick with the wine. It's fine. I don't want to find out.
It's about the food. So, 54% people want you to have heaven. Congratulations.
I'd be happier if you hadn't just told me that that's literally a popularity poll, and now I feel I'm a people
just giving it a bit
I'm a
more credit,
people
Jeff.
pleaser. This has
It's
actually just
not.
made me feel terrible.
It's
What can I
actually,
do
sorry,
for the other
correction. Correction coming in my ears here. 64%.
Okay,
Not
okay.
54%.
I've still got to work on that 36. It's fine.
So, look at me being all casual with my cup of tea. So let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Okay, so fish, you like tuna in particular. So we've got some snapper. There's some sea bream in here. Got the base done already. Anna's going to make up this spicy mix. So we've got the curry powder, the little paste, the shrimp paste there to give it an extra kind of boost. A lot of chilli, a lot of garlic, a lot of ginger. Anna, you make that paste.
And does it need any oil or water? Or
Yeah, a little bit of oil.
A little bit of oil,
Just
okay.
to,
Okay.
So then, right, let's get on with this. So I'm going to slice up an onion. And then we've got some fenugreek going in there. We've got some turmeric and some mustard seeds. And then basically add the fish, add a bit of coconut milk, a little bit of tamarind as well, to give it a sharpness.
Don't chop your finger.
I'm being very
show you
careful
how
today
to
because the
do it.
knives have been sharpened. You know what happens when knives are
That
sharpened?
would ruin it a bit.
You cut yourself and you look like an Egypt. So let's sweat
You look
that
like
down.
an idiot anyway, Matt, so don't
That's
worry
very,
about it. Just chop
very
away.
sweet. Always with a charm. Anna
You're
with a charm.
welcome.
That's what they always
I am
say.
your cheerleader.
I showed to him how to actually slice an onions many times. This is why I said to him,
Yeah, mind your fingers.
mind your finger.
So can I talk to my guest?
Yes, you can.
Sophie, can you tell us about your love of food then? Where did that come from? Was that sort of growing up,
Yes.
eating all sorts of different things?
Yeah, from as early as I can remember, I've got excited about the idea of what to eat. I go to bed getting excited that I have breakfast in the morning to look forward to.
Isn't that lovely? It's healthy. That.
Yeah, and I get really excited when I'm getting hungry because it means I can eat again. If I'm eating something I enjoy, I get disappointed when I can tell that I'm getting full.
Right.
That the meal was soon. And I get a bit obsessed about food, actually.
So how did that sit with the modelling? Because you used to do a lot of modelling, didn't you? And those, presumably those don't go hand in hand, right?
OK, where do I start with that?
Oh, OK, is that another
Well,
show?
no, I was going to say, firstly, I'm sure there are lots of very healthy models out there.
Yes.
Secondly, my modelling career lasted about 3 to 4 months.
OK.
And thirdly, I wasn't very successful at it. But I don't think my love of food was related. I'm going to stay with that.
OK.
But food has been my friend.
You also like drink as well. I'm not dreaming, am I? Have you made a gin? Is that true?
Have I made what? A gin?
Thanks.
Yeah.
A gin?
Yeah, so this is a very strange story, but during lockdown, a friend of mine said, someone is selling a life-size horse on Facebook. I think you might like it. So I bought this horse with a view to taking it on tour with me next spring when I do my kitchen disco tour. I'm hoping to come on stage at some point with my white horse, you know, a little bit Studio 54 vibes.
Yeah. I mean, nothing says disco like a horse.
There you go. Thank you. As Bianca Jagger would agree. And then the people who made the horse are a company called Pink Marmalade, who also have started making this really delicious gin that starts off a kind of lilac blue, and then when you add the tonic, turns pink. It's very, very tasty.
Disco gin.
Yes, we've done our own bottle. Yeah.
Nice.
You can buy gin with my face on it.
So tell us about this tour. So out of the lockdown came the kitchen discos, came the album.
Yeah.
Now came the tour. I mean, that was a good decision, right?
Well, I was always going to tour and always make new music, but I think halfway through the kitchen discos, we realised that what we were doing was something we wanted to sort of bring out into the daylight, really, and it wasn't just what I was doing when everything else was on pause, but something that I could actually incorporate into what I do going forward. So singing in front of people is just a really natural next step for the gigs that I did when I was literally just singing to the back of Richard's phone every week.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just going to be joyful. I want to do different sets every night, take requests, do all the covers, do just, you know, real party set, just have fun with people.
And people, presumably, I mean, the people who are going to go to those things, the people who have enjoyed the kitchen discos, they want to be out. They want to be having fun.
Yeah.
Let themselves go a bit. So
yeah, the whole point of the gigs is just so that everybody leaves with a bit more of a spring in their step than they turned up. That's my intention. Yeah.
I'll bring the wine.
Bring the wine, yeah.
Disco wine.
You just invited yourself, Ollie.
You're very
I did.
welcome.
Well, I always do that.
You're
You know,
very
if there's a
welcome,
disco on-
disembodied person.
Yeah. The digital version or the real version. You prefer?
Bring the real you, I reckon.
Yeah.
Give me a glass. Right, OK, so paste is in here. Just going to fry that off. Looks all quite dry at the moment. I put the veg in because they'll take a bit of time to sweat down. And then in with some coconut milk. Again, not too much, just enough. And then we can add a bit of stock, or you can add a bit of water, just to lengthen it. I've got some curry leaves frying in here.
I love curry leaves.
They're great, aren't they?
They are amazing, and to finish any soup with, curry leaves just make it more delicious.
Oh, OK. Also, I heard you say you put fenugreek in there.
Oh, I love fenugreek.
That's something that I remember having a lot of when I'd had babies, because it's supposed to be good for getting your breast milk. Your quantities up, apparently.
Give me that fenugreek immediately.
Yeah.
Taking tips. OK, let's get these out before they go. So you mentioned your podcast earlier, Spinning Plates.
Yes.
And that's where the whole book was born out of.
Yeah.
So that's specifically geared to kind of busy working mums, yeah?
Yeah, but I wanted to speak to all manner of women, really. So it's really diverse collection of guests I've had, and I've had some of the best conversations I've ever had in the last year, thanks to those people. There's been some amazing, amazing stories that have come out of it, and Some people that are very high profile, some people that I might be introducing people to, some people I know quite well, some people that I've never met before, just really, broad range. But it's been really good for me in lots and lots of ways, not least it's just an amazing thing to sit with someone and just be a little bit nosy and find out lots of stuff about someone.
And people, I mean, are they quite open about sort of sitting down and talking about themselves, do you find? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I suppose I come at it as someone, I've been interviewed a lot of times, and I like to think I'm quite good at reading where they feel comfortable to head and where to back off, because I wouldn't want anyone to walk away feeling that they'd shared something they didn't mean to. But actually, when you ask the right questions, I think there's a lot of things people are happy to talk about if you just give them the opportunity to. And I think it's just a lovely feeling. And podcasts are such a nice medium anyway. They're very candid, they're very intimate, they're very relaxed. I've just really loved it.
I like in your book where you say just don't try and be cool.
Oh, yeah. What a waste of time that was. Yeah, I spent so much time when I was younger trying to be cool, especially starting in the indie scene with my band. It was all about being credible. When I look back, there's a really... I mean, I don't even know how you convince anyone that you're credible. It's sort of imbued in what you're up to, or it isn't really. I don't know. We sort of just tried to have, like, the right hairdo and look a bit serious on stage and...
Yeah. Those days are gone, right?
Yeah, they really... Oh, they have long gone, yeah. No. And being cool, like, that evaporated. I don't even think that started. That just evaporated. Once you embrace the fact you're not cool, it's really liberating.
Although you do some sort of knock-knock jokes and you wear a glittery jumpsuit. So that's quite cool.
That's my pace.
In a kind of like a field kind of way.
That's very sweet of you to say so. I don't think that comes under the banner of cool, but it does come under the banner of liberating. You know what? I'm not sure what they'd say, but I just don't stop and ask them all that often. Is the key.
It's best not to.
Yeah, I think it's best not to.
You will know. You will learn.
Sophie, I'm just wondering on the podcast, is there a guest that really stands out, or is there somebody you haven't got that you really want to get?
Oh, well, there's billions of people yet to speak to, but in terms of the ones that stand out, I've got a couple of real favourites. You know what? One of my favourites, actually, so my husband's band, The Feeling, the singer Dan, his mum, Kath Gillespie-Sells, has got an incredible story. And she's quite an unassuming woman, but she's one of the strongest people I've ever spoken to. So she took me through... I mean, there's like 3 strands to it, really, but yes, talking about starting off raising her 2 boys in a straight relationship, realising that she was actually a lesbian, then being with a woman, having a baby that way, and then as a disabled woman that happened late in her 20s, becoming a LGBTQ disabled rights activist, and in the end getting an OBE as a result of all of it. Like, her story is just... It's absolutely
That's
incredible.
That's a busy story.
Yes, really phenomenal. And she's so unassuming, she doesn't really have any idea how amazing she is. Yeah. Yeah.
They're
really
the best
powerful.
people, though, right?
Yes, they
when
really
you talk to
are.
those people and they just don't really...
Yeah, it just kind of unfolds in front of you and you're like,
cool.
oh my God, I know, that is cool, you're right.
Try that.
I will.
Please.
Now stop talking and eat.
Ollie, what are we drinking?
Oh, wow.
We are drinking the Wine Atlas Fetiashka Regala. It's £5 in Asda, which is a total steal.
Wow.
It's basically slightly scented. It's a Romanian wine. Totally brilliant value. Comes from the west of the country towards Hungary. Sustainably grown. It's not a full-blown kind of floral assault, but it is just got that lovely fragrance that works so well with spicy food.
Delicious.
I can't believe the price. A £5, get in. It's disco wine.
£5 disco wine, that's delicious.
Delicious.
That is delicious.
How is that, Sophie? Is it all right?
This is so good.
Good.
Not just the flavour, but
I can't
the
believe
smell.
we've run out of time to talk about your husband's Millennium Falcon guitar.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have to save that for another
Millennium
time, because that's all from us today on Saturday Kitchen Live. Thanks to Anna, Gennaro, Ollie, and, of course, Sophie. That was slick. All the recipes from the studio on the website, bbc.co.uk/Saturday Kitchen. I've got more Best Bites for you tomorrow at 10 a.m. on BBC Two. And next week, I'll be back here live with Glyn Pennell, Ravneet Gill, and Josh Widdicombe. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.